my gosh, Eric, I am so thrilled for this guest who is joining us here on our very special finale episode of season 3 of Christmas Countdown Show, coming to us from the blustery North Pole. Everyone, please welcome to Christmas Countdown Show, Mrs. Claus. How are you, Mrs. Claus?
Hello, Danny. Hello, Eric.
Hello, how are you? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to both of you. So happy to reach out to you today.
We're so grateful that you've taken, the time. We know it's a very, very busy time up there in the North Pole right now. We're in the sort of final push to Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and, we're less than a week out at this point in time. So we're curious, what kind of preparations are going on up there in the North Pole right now?
Well, I'll tell you, the whole village is on duty right now. Everyone is busy with specific tasks, so we have different kinds of elves. So we have the poststationist elves, which are the ones who takes care of the post office. They're the ones who receive all the letters from all the children. So once they get the message written, they pass them on to another group of elves called the craftician elves and the inventioner. And they're the ones that makes the presents. And then we have another compound near the village where we have the holujas. Those are the elves that takes care of the reindeer. And I don't know if you've ever known this, but have you ever thought about why are the reindeers, how can they fly?
Yeah.
Right.
Those holujas elves, they take care of their food. And it's a special food, and it's called magical lichen.
Ooh.
We have a lake by the village, and it's growing there, and then we pick it up, we put some magic stardust on it, and that allows the reindeer to fly all over the world on the big, Christmas Eve night. And they have the energy and so on.
Wow.
So it's an important job.
Oh, that is so great. Now, these elves, I'm sure that they love what they do, but it also, I'm sure, is a lot of work. So what do you and Mr. Claus, the big guy, what do you guys do to keep morale up in the North Pole when you guys are working such long hours and there's major deadlines to hit? How do you guys keep morale up there?
We love to play jokes to one another. So, that helps. But, the truth is care is the answer. We give them hugs and hot chocolates, and we make sure that if someone needs to talk, I'm there for them. And, I know them so well. We've been together forever. And, if something goes wrong, I'm there for them, and they know it. So we make sure that we take care of one another, and the morale is always up here.
I love that.
That's amazing. I love hearing, how you care for them. And I'm sure that you and everyone up there in the North Pole makes hot cocoa unlike anyone else in the world. So speaking of, Santa's workshop and all the work that is going on up there, not just, the week of Christmas, is this work happening all year round up there in the North Pole?
Oh, yes, actually, yes. We prepare the whole year round for this very special occasion. And I have to say that the heart of the village, the center of activities, is the toy center. And these elves are just the party people of the place, So they make the gifts and they put on the live Christmas music and they dance while they're building the gifts. And it's always a lot of fun to go there and visit them. And I love what they're doing.
I love that. Now, spending an entire year making toys and responding to letters and taking care of the reindeer, I'm sure that all the elves and yourselves are working up quite the appetite. And I know that we all know that Santa is a big fan of cookies and treats. So do you, Mrs. Claus, have a favorite type of cookie or Christmas treat here at the holidays?
Well, I do. There's one special cookie, and I wonder if you guys know which cookie is Santa's favorite.
The yummy ones?
Yeah, we've heard the yummy ones.
The yummy ones. Well, of course he loves them all, but there's one special cookie that he really, really loves, and it's the chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, the classic.
I tried to make a deal with him. So what we decided is he can only have, but all of them, all the cookies in the world, the night of the Christmas, which is why it's so important that you leave some Christmas, some chocolate chip cookies at your tree, because that's the special night where Santa Claus can eat. And the rest of the year, well, I try to feed him, healthy foods, but I have a feeling he's been cheating a little bit.
Well, he's working hard. I'm sure, a lot of activity, a lot of stress. Some of us like to stress eat. I'm one of those people as well, for sure.
Now, Mrs. Claus, one of the things that we count down on our podcast quite a bit, we do a lot of top 10 lists, but one of our favorite things to talk about is music and Christmas music. So we definitely have our favorites of all the different, we've broken it down into many different genres, the classics, the crooners, the modern day, the songs about Santa. We have a lot of different music lists, but I would love to know what your favorite Christmas song is here at the holidays.
Honestly, I'm like you. I love them all. I can't just pick one, but if I can bring it down to maybe three Christmas songs that you can actually sing with me on the portable North Pole app, Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
And we have jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Yes.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, Mrs. Claus.
Wow.
With a great voice. Amazing.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know we were going to be getting a concert here today. I feel like do you lead? You've got to be leading the choir up there. Like, I think you've got to be the one because your voice is stunning. That's incredible. So other than singing, which clearly you love to do, is there anything else that's like your favorite thing to do at the Christmas season?
Oh, yes, actually. We do have a village choir that I love to conduct, I must say. But I also enjoy all sorts of crafts, building miniature models of the village, experimenting with food. But I really love, all the winter activities such as skating, sliding. But what we love to do is when it's nighttime, we all go out together and we watch the polar lights dancing in the skies with all the colors. It's just, it never ceases to amaze me how beautiful it is.
I love that. That sounds like a really magical experience to be a part of.
It is.
Mrs. Claus, when it's Christmas Eve night, you've got all the preparations, the toys are in the bag, Santa is on his way out to do the big job. I'm sure that as a wife, I know my wife is always a little worried whenever I leave the house. She's like, be careful, be safe. Is there a way that you stay in contact or that you track Santa as he's, crisscrossing the entire world to give presents to all the children of the earth? How do you guys keep track or keep communications with him when he's out on the big job?
Well, maybe if I tell you, maybe your wife will want to know the trick.
Yes.
No, but, jokes apart, we do have a special computer in our control tower it is linked to Santa's sleigh. So we make sure that, there's no problem during the gift delivering, which is usually Santa is very careful about that. But it's the same technology as our portable North Pole console that, it allows us to stay connected with all the children of the world. So it's a pretty powerful tool. But you know what? In the end, Eric, the North Star has always been and always will be the best way for Santa to know which directions he's flying to. And, he flies so high enough that he can always see the North Star, even in the, snow-blowing winds. I know you get a lot of winds where you are. It's okay because the North Stars has a very powerful, magical light. And it guides Santa to every country, city, home, and chimney. Actually, we didn't talk about this, but I know you have children. Eric, you have Miles and Sophie.
I do, yeah.
And Danny, you have Emerson and Riley. We saw them on the list of Santa this year.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yes, and I'm wondering.
Amazing.
I hope they made the good list.
Well,
yes,
it looks pretty good to me. But you'll know if you bring it to the nice or naughty list at the end, if you want to.
Yes.
We have to know. We've got to know. Whether or not we have to do some good deeds between now and Christmas Eve to, make sure we end up on the nice list. Now, Mrs. Claus, you were talking about. Eric was asking you about tracking. Santa on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day as he's flying around the world and. I love what you were sharing about like the North Star. And it almost feels like this almost metaphor. Like if he flies high enough, he always has his direction. And I feel like that's just a great note for all of us, no matter what tasks or challenges we're navigating in life. Like if you can just get above it all and find your North Star, you'll always have direction in life to do great things.
That is beautiful, Danny. That is absolutely, I'm really touched. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it just spoke to me in that moment. And I was just like, oh, that connects with me. And I hope it's something that connects with everyone out there. If you have your North Star, you'll always sort of find your way home.
There is blizzards in our lives. You're right.
Speaking of tracking Santa, obviously you all have your systems for people, not just you all in the North Pole, but everyone around the world to track Santa on Christmas Eve. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. And I can show you on the map directly. You can see on real time, if you use the portable North Pole app, you can watch the delivery of the gifts in real time, like second by second, minute by minute. Santa's traveling with the sleigh around the world. He's going to go. As you can see, he's doing all this traveling all the way up there. So just make sure you check it out. It's magical.
Amazing. So if people want to do that on Christmas Eve, which I think you totally should, go to portablenorthpole.com or look up the Portable North Pole app on whatever device you're using. I just think that's such a cool way for kids to be able to track Santa and build that excitement, for what's coming on Christmas morning. That's so cool.
I love we pulled out to see even more of the workshop. It looks amazing. I love that view. Oh my gosh, I feel truly like a kid at Christmas. I'm seeing the behind the curtain. It's amazing. It's so great. Miss Claus, we do have one more question for you, but before we give you that last question, Danny and I would love to know if we've made the nice or the naughty list. If you have any insider information, please give us an update.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yes, so ready. My fingers are crossed. My toes are crossed. I'm ready.
Okay. So, Danny, I saw that during the year you were on and off the nice list a few times.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But the good news is you made it for Christmas. You're on the nice list.
Oh, my gosh.
What's your present?
You made it, Danny.
Oh, I wonder what it was. Maybe it was, going out and supporting Eric at his show last night. That got me like onto the nice list. I went and cheered him on and whistled really loud. Maybe that was what tipped the scales. But my heart is at ease now knowing I've made it this year.
Yes, you both made it to the nice list. But what you said is so important, Danny, that it's never too late, or it's not because you've been nice that you can. It's always time for a good deed to help each other, one another. And that's really the value that the world needs. And that's something that we do here in our village. We always work like a team. We work together. And so if somebody is not doing well, we're there for him. And that's what Christmas is about. It's about creating beautiful memories for the ones you love.
Amen. I love that.
Agree 100%.
So great.
Yeah.
That sort of leads me so perfectly into our last question, Mrs. Claus. We just wanted to know, first, we wanted to say thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. You are just the classiest of ladies, and we're so happy to get a chance to talk to you. We feel very lucky. But we just wanted to know if you had one final major big message to the world this Christmas season. What would you like to say to the world as we inch closer and closer to Christmas Day?
Family and friends is what matters most. Doesn't matter where you live, if there's snow or sand or wind, weather, culture, family and friends. Enjoy time with them. Just take the time to cook, sing, play little silly games, or sit by the fire and create those unforgettable memories, because those souvenirs are really what stays with you and I forever. So that's what I wish for you all, for the world, and for you, Danny and Eric, to spend some beautiful, simple, fun time with the ones that you love.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. My heart is so full. Thank you, Mrs. Claus, for taking some time out of what we know is a very, very, very busy time of year, and for sharing your insights. I know all of our hearts are full, and if you want to, connect more with Mrs. Claus and the big guy, Santa Claus, make sure you check out Portable North Pole Santa, online. Check out their app. Go check them out on Instagram and all their social channels. It's a great way to connect with everyone up in the North Pole and to share a very special Christmas message with the special kids in your life this holiday season.
It was a pleasure for me, and connect with us all the year round. Portable North Pole is always available. We love to receive news from you, your children, your family members, and I'm showing you this beautiful office of mine today, wishing you a wonderful Christmas to both of you.
Merry Christmas, Mrs.
Merry
Claus.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.